love how this is how my Monday morning is starting. I get in and can't even get on the computer because, as you've seen in the other video, the power got knocked out this weekend. I come in, turn the computer on, get blue screens. It makes me reset passwords, all this crap. Welcome back to the channel. That looks like that's how this Monday morning is going to go. First off, it was time change, so we lost an hour. And of course, I overslept. Woke up at 8. It was like 8:14, and shot Eddie a message. Eddie's my main guy here at the shop, and was like, "Yo, I just woke up. I'll be there in a minute." Thank God I have an amazing right-hand man, and he was already here, even though he said he struggled. That, of course, he had set his alarm clock. Kids were out of school today for teacher work day. So yeah, that's how we're rolling on Monday morning. My brain's already 1,000 places. I walk in and customer job's been dropped off. I'm freaking out because I have no phone number for the customer. Get to the back of the shop, ask Eddie. I'm like, customer, did they drop it off this morning or yesterday? And he said they dropped it off on Sunday, but that the customer come back this morning and Eddie already talked to him and got his phone number wrote down. I'm telling you, if y'all don't have an Eddie, you need to get an Eddie. Because it makes your life a lot easier. Me and Eddie's come a long ways. Trying to get in this computer so I can get into these auctions because we have a ton to go over on the different trucks. Last night before I went to bed, it looked like we had a dozen trucks to go over. So we're going to see what all these pre-bids closed at and see where we're sitting at this morning on our list of vehicles. And we finally get in at 9:03, so that is a huge fail for me. We're supposed to be starting at 8 o'clock. Pre-bid closed at 8:30. Auction starts at 9:30. So let's now finally get started going through all this an hour late. So 2009 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD. Pre-bidding has closed at 61.25. This one looked pretty decent. Just a rear hit. Looks like damaged tailgate, damaged back bumper. So it looks like it would need a back bumper and a tailgate, obviously. Interior is cloth with a jump seat. 173 on the miles, and it is a 6.6, but it is a two-wheel drive. So the two-wheel drive right there might keep this price down. I'm sick of it. I don't really have to have two-wheel drive. I'll pretty much just take whatever right now at this point to try to go ahead and get another another step up. 2000 Chevy Silverado Duramax. This one is an LTZ, so I like this one a lot better. The issue with this one is it has a 278,000 miles. Pre-bid did close crazy low at 1575. It does look like it was kid owned. The windshield says like puff puff pass. The wheels are absolutely hideous. The back glass says locally hated with the Instagram name. So it's and this says, I don't even know. Actually, I think I know, but I'm not saying it on my YouTube channel. So if I buy it, you'll see what it says. But it's leather, center console, and all that. So I like the layout of this truck a lot better, and the damage is actually not bad at all on this one. It doesn't start, though. So the keys are present, but it doesn't run. So it could just be dead battery. Sometimes auctions don't have the capability of doing it. They've got a jump box on it, but obviously either it wasn't enough or it just wouldn't crank. So you're gambling on that, but it is a collision insurance, so I feel pretty good. If it was a clear title now that wouldn't start, definitely would. So as you can see, key code there is present. 2008 Suburban. So I had put this on my watch list just because I was curious about the wheels. They look like the 30s is what they appear to be. But this is a total burn to the front end. So as you can see, it's completely burnt. Interior is burnt to crisp. Engine is all burnt. Check out that pre-bid. So pre-bid closed at $1,525, and it might even go more than that. So that's the market right now is for parts or whatever. Probably the wheels, which still I wouldn't be giving $1,500 on a bid for wheels that you don't know what the deal with this one is. This one could have got really hot on the inside and bent, wheel or something, you don't know. So somebody I feel like is a little smoking crack on that one, but to each their own. The next one that's going to be up, we will not be going on that SUV. The next one's gonna be a 15 F-150. This is a pretty nice truck. It is in Concord. It has 80,000 miles. Pre-bid did close higher at 7,050. A lot of times your not always, but a lot of times your pre-bid will double at a live sale. So I imagine this thing will go 14 all day, but it's on here. It's got an ugly off-road bumper on it. I've never understood the big off-road bumper, the big fender flares, but then little tiny street tires. So I've never understood that. Just means more stuff to have to fix. So you can see the bedside is the major damage right there. Interior is just a cloth interior with the jump seat. And then we have some door damage, and that's going to be the basics of this one. The side curtain airbags are blown out of this one, so you will have to have airbags, but the pre-bid closed at $7,000, so it's probably going to go on the higher side. It's going to be a 2014 F-150. It is a Coyote truck. All of these, if they're Fords, they're going to be Coyote. I would not be putting a V6 on my watch list. I will not be wasting my time on a V6 due to the value. So this one's a lot nicer, leather interior. It's got this center console going on with it. So it does have the leather seats with the other style center console, which I mean, I like that center console, but it's so it's not that bad, but it is a 10. Let's see here. This one's actually, yes, it is a 5.0 truck. It says might not, and it's a 2-wheel drive, so the value is going to be even lower, you know, on that one. But even with the 2-wheel drive, it's still closed at $5,500. So we will see what that one goes for. So the next truck is going to be a 06 Ford Super Duty. Basically the same thing I already got, right? It's sitting in Charlotte. This is the one I have to VIN check. Only reason why it's on here is because the 06s are better than the 3s and 4s. 06s and 7s put out a little bit more. They swapped a 6.7 front bumper onto this, so that's why that looks a little funky. They don't line up right. You know, the shop obviously had started doing the repairs on it, and then often what happens is they find a little bit more damage, and then that tips the scale and goes ahead and totals it. So you can have a repair started and then still get totaled after the repair is done. But this one is a King Ranch. So I wouldn't mind, you know, getting this one. It doesn't look like a lot of damage, and fixing what's on it, not customizing, painting the whole truck, basically just putting it back stock. So all I have to do is at one side, and if the mileage is right and it runs good and everything, you know, I wouldn't mind switching over to daily in this versus my other one. I like the wheels on it. You know, the tires would have to go. We'd have to order bigger 37s mud tires. But, I mean, I would literally switch right out to daily in this over the one I have now. So that's why it's on here. And if not, even if I snag it, then we'll flip it. So it's closed, the pre-bid closed at $3,000. So even if I just buy it and we flip it, either way, I'd like to have that. 2016 Nissan. I think this is one of them weird diesel trucks. I don't like these vehicles at all. But, yeah, 5.0 turbo diesel, 4-wheel drive. The seller's blank. That's the only thing that's very weird. So it's going to be a dealer vehicle. It's at the holding yard. You can see right here the vehicle location is a holding yard, but it is lost type collision. So somebody just did not mark it as other. It should be marked as other, being it's a dealer vehicle. So if you don't know what you're looking for, you can get burnt real quick. It almost looks like they either repaired some of it, or you know, they didn't really repair it all. So it looks like this bed is down on the back side of that angle. You know, it looks like the frame's bent. But again, I have no clue. So something definitely fell on it on this side and damaged it. But again, we don't know what's going on with that. So if the wife was here, she could pull the accident reports. The interior actually doesn't look, I kind of like the way the interior looks. It doesn't look bad. But there's where something definitely went on with the bed. So this one's it's gonna probably go way too high, but I went ahead and put it on the watch list because I'm curious of what it brings for its current situation. But I very seriously doubt that we will obviously buy this, and I've got to do some more looking into it real fast anyway, because it's got some funny business going on. 15 Ram Bighorn, 1500. So basic suspension damage in the front, nothing too major. And let's see here, it is a 4-wheel drive 5.7 Hemi, so the 4-wheel drive is good. If I'm going down to 1500, you have to pretty much have the 4-wheel drive. Cloth interior and all that, but it's still clean because it's newer. But again, this being a 15, I guarantee you it'll just go way too high. But it's still on the watch list just in case. Pre-bid did close at $7,000 on that one. 11 Ram 1500 Bighorn, so we're getting a little older in age, getting a little bit more on the mileage. 174, 5.7. It is a four-wheel drive. Four-wheel drive is very important if you're going to go down to 1500 because you got to make up that value on the resale. So the F-150s, I feel like I'd be fine with the two-wheel drive because they have higher value. But if you're going to mess with a Ram or a Dodge or something like that, you definitely need a four-wheel drive to keep your value up. It's hit pretty decent. I do like the interior, you know, just the dash, everything just, you know, makes, even though it's 11, makes it feel like a way newer truck. So these trucks are pretty cool. And I've actually never owned one, but it doesn't look that bad of damage at all. So it looks like suspension, wheel, tire, you know, all the basics right there, the whole front corner, fender, bumper, whole 9 yards. But yeah, we'll see what it goes for. So I prefer not to get this one. And we'll go over it as they come on the block. But this pre-bid closed at $3,625. So let's wait for the auction to come up and then we'll start pounding down some bids and seeing if we snag a vehicle this morning. So this is what we're looking like this morning. I have a lot. So on this block A in Charlotte, it is up in 6. And then on this block, we've got one up in 27 cars. This one, I don't remember. This one's up in 1. So we're about to have this one pop up. This is going to be that Ram 1500. That's a two-wheel drive. I thought Concord was going to be later. This one's up in 60 cars, but it actually ended up, they're running them all together now that everything is electronic and not. So let's see here. See, I really, the same problem we had last week of me not wanting to go on one and hold out for the other because I really don't want to go on that one. I think we're going to just, yeah, we're going to let that one ride, obviously. It just rode for me. See, this is what happens, y'all, when you have tons of blocks up. So this 3, the one we have up in 3, is going to be. So this is the one I really want, is that that 09 Silverado 2500, just because of the value, I think. But we'll see how high it goes. I'm not a fan of Duramaxes at all, but their values, and that value is 14 to 18,000 Kelly Blue Book on this 09 Duramax. All right, let's see what we get this Duramax. All right, so I'm in it. Like I said, the green shows when I'm in it. Obviously, red shows when I'm outbid. And this one was two-wheel drive. That's the only downfall to this one. Sell it. Man, okay, so see, now we're just getting too high. I mean, now we're tipping over 10,000 out the door with fees. So we're gonna have to let another one go. For two-wheel drives, you just can't do that, man. The resale on that one. Remember, I have another Duramax coming up that has a little bit more higher miles that is four-wheel drive, but hopefully the higher mileage will help us. This one only having 170-something thousand miles really helps its value as far as going on a car lot because it hasn't even rolled 200K. You know, see, there's no way I'm giving 11.7 or 12 or whatever is about to come up for a two-wheel drive Duramax. I know they're dragging them out this morning.
Way too high for that truck.
Dude, the prices that I'm seeing on here are absolutely crazy. People are literally, we filmed last week where they're giving Kelly Blue Book. They're giving the low side of Kelly Blue Book for them wrecked. There was like 2 or 3 last week.
Yeah.
It is crazy what the market is doing right now. This is not the time I should be looking for a truck.
No.
13.5. Y'all, they are literally out the door for 14, probably right now 14.5, if not knocking on $15,000. The Blue Book on that is 14 to 18,000. That's clean title Blue Book on this truck is 14,000 on the low side, 18,000 on the high side. I looked it up before the auction. They are over low side Blue Book right now, wrecked again. If they click it one more time, They're literally bidding low side Blue Book. Yep, they're literally, right now they are bidding low side Blue Book. Not fees, not out the door, not transportation, not repair. They are on the bid. They are low side Kelly Blue Book on this truck.
Time extended.
That is crazy. Of course the reserve's off. You're getting low side Blue Book. And it's still going, y'all. This is ridiculous, the stuff that is going on.
Time extended.
At least y'all are seeing it straight from the source and not your news channel telling you that the prices are up. You're seeing that the prices are legitly through the freaking roof.
Sold.
That's crazy. Low side Blue Book. So let's see here. Our next one, lane B, is up in 14 cars. All right, so we're gonna watch. Up next is this Nissan Titan diesel. I'm really not comfortable with it. I'm gonna tell you straight up. With it being a dealer vehicle and not straight from the insurance company totaled, you know, with it not being a, you know, totaled wrecked, like it's not hardly wrecked. It's just the bedside looks like something fell on it and being listed as other. I'm just not too comfortable with it. It's gonna have to go really cheap. The Blue Book on this thing is supposedly $34,000 to $38,000. So it's a very expensive truck, but it looks like it's a dealer car. I know the dealer's not gonna let it go for cheap. So the chances of getting this thing are literally next to none. But being I clicked it on my watch list, we're gonna go ahead and look at it, you know, see what it does. I have a feeling, a prediction that it's not gonna bring a ton because of it being a dealer vehicle, because it's not coming from the insurance company. But we'll see what it does here. So no bid at 64. Now we're not in, but it's their bid in 65, 7,000. See, even though it's a $34,000 truck, I'm not comfortable even giving 7,500 bucks for this thing because of it listed as other. You know, if it would have rolled for, you know, sold something crazy, 7,000 or something. But like I said, the dealer wouldn't have let it go probably. So you just, I mean, this thing could be the transmission. The video sounds like it's running decent, but then again, I don't know what they're even supposed to sound like. So it sounds pretty loud. It sounds like a freaking like 12 valve or 24 valve Cummins. I know it's a Cummins motor, but I don't know what sounds healthy and what doesn't on these. But again, the Blue Book on this truck is 34 to 38,000 clean title. This is a salvage title. Pretty sure it's a dealer dump. Dealers dumping it on somebody else. They found an issue and they put it back into auction. So you can see how low we are for a $34 to $38,000 truck. It's pending at 11,000. So see the difference? When it's coming from a dealer, it hurts you tremendously versus straight up wrecked. So if you have a truck that's demolished, you know, and wrecked, it's going to bring more money than a vehicle that's not demolished and, you know, not coming from an insurance company. So this is our next one right here, is that red Duramax. This is the next one I feel the best about. But before that one, looks like we're going to be up over here on the white Super Duty. And so we exited out of the other block, so we dropped one block. This one is going to be that 15 F-150. We're up in like 100 vehicles. Over here on this block, we have that white Ram that's up in 33. So looks like our next one that's going to be up is this one. Like I said, I'll try to snag this 6.0 no matter if I keep it or sell it. I'm trying to get it for the business. But the Duramax is I think would be my most realistic for the value, even though we just seen what happened to a Duramax. So on a truck like this, you would have street value, not Kelly Blue Book value. Really, you want to go off Blue Book. It would just be more. It's getting a little high though, not too high for personal, but it's getting a little high to flip for the business. My other 6.0, I think I paid $3,200 for, or $3,800 for. So yeah, see, that's a little high to the flip, and then I feel like that's a little creeping up too high to be personal also, because by the time you get fees, get it here, finish repairing it, bumper not matching the front of it. So let's jump down here. We just got a notification that we are up on this one. which is going to be that Ram Bighorn. This is in Concord. And this one was 4-wheel drive also. I think this one had like 170 on the miles, which pretty much right now I'll even take some of these for flips if I can get them. See, that's creeping up also. I don't really want to go past 5,000.
Time extended.
So it looks like we might win this one. Nope, somebody knocked me out at the very last minute. Good Lord, y'all see that? Very last minute.
Sale pending.
And that's still an if bid, so I'll let that one go too. So I'm letting them go left and right. Let's drop that one. Let's see if I can see what that one sold for. So that 6.0 sold for $6,650, a little more than I want to pay. All right, so the next one up, we are doing this 2007 Silverado 2500. I actually missed the 14 F-150 that I showed y'all. The wife didn't come notify me. She was left in charge of the computer and didn't notify me that it was coming up. Let's see what this Duramax does. You see it shot up right out the gate. So it's kicking me out that fast because somebody did have a pre-bid on it, so the computer is automatically just kicking right back. Now you can tell somebody's pre-bid's out and somebody's manually putting it in. That's the reason why there's a delay. Like somebody else is clicking. It'd be nice if it just sell one so I can take a break from, or if we just go ahead and buy one so I can take a break from looking at freaking trucks every day.
Sale pending.
High bidder, so I finally got one, y'all, but we're on an if bid. So we will keep you posted on what happens with that, what they want for the vehicle. That one's pending, so we're done on this block. So we're gonna exit out of this one. Like I said, the F-150 got away from me. So we're done on this block. So the only one we have left is gonna be this 15 F-150. For my if bid price that I just got that one for, I would take that and flip it if I got another truck. So being that this is a case-by-case thing, so I change my plans all the time. Being that situation, we're gonna go ahead and try to get this one too for me. That way, if I get this one, I'd probably rather have the F-150 than the Duramax, I think. But basically, I would just flip the Duramax if I got the F-150 and wanted to keep it. F-150 is probably going to go really high, though. So if I buy it, I'm probably committing to keeping it because it's going to be so high that it'll be hard to make it as a business move for a flip. So I could flip it as a personal, but it'd be harder to flip as a business transaction. And I'd have to go over the reasons why in another segment. So what this looks like is you'll go into your account to your dashboard, and this will show the vehicle. This is under award pending, the vehicles that you have, your bid amount, and then it's pending approval by seller. So the seller will hopefully not just straight decline it. They can just straight decline it and send it back to next week's auction, or they can counter bid it, basically saying, you know, instead of 5,375, why don't you pay 5,500, which normally they don't happen. Normally if I paid 5,300, they want me to pay 10,000, and then I can counter back, basically like an eBay thing, and then they can either decline it or award it. I think you only have 3 back and forths, just like eBay, I believe. But hopefully they don't just straight up decline it. Hopefully they try to counter offer, or maybe they'll just give it to me. So our morning we still could come up empty handed with nothing, but we're going to watch that. And that's another reason why we're going to make sure we go on this. My mind's blurry because now it looks like a 6.7 right in front of me. Oh, but it's 13,000. Okay. And I think this one was hit really hard in the side if it flips around. Like it looks like that picture right there. Yeah, it's nailed bad in the cab. But that 6.7's got 147 on it. It's bringing 13.6. But hopefully they don't, just counter back. Oh, but they sold it, 13.5. It's not bad if you want to put a cab on it. But that's the reason why we're going to go in on the 15 F-150 and still try to get it just as a backup, because what I paid for that Duramax, I could flip it, if I did win it. Or if I won this one and they countered back, I could literally just decline it, hold to my price, and then not care about it. So that's why it's important to hopefully, if you have the finances available, that you can do what we do and you can just buy try to buy multiple vehicles. So hopefully get one. Baby, you didn't want to click this one? I could have just told you to click it.
No, I'm good.
Come on. All right, so up next, let's see. I bet you this F-150 is gonna go too high. That's my prediction. All right, so it starts at 72. It's nice, there's a Coyote. I'm gonna just make sure it settles out before I start messing with it. Which really, I wanted to get it in the sevens. I didn't really want to pay much more than that.
I tell her to spend time and she hides behind the pillow.
So it's hit, as you can see, on the door, the bedside.
She just does shit like this sometimes, like.
So it's going into 91, 92. That's just way too high for me.
In that little area.
Y'all are destroying the background noise like crazy.
Whatever.
You'll edit this out.
Sorry, Mr. Beast.
95. And it's just, and they see that's an if bid even at 94. So that makes me very happy that I went what I went on the red one, which I got. Hopefully I can get a good deal on the red one.
Okay, I'm gonna go pay for that
You
car
say
ride.
Ed?
Yeah, look. Babe, look.
Ew.
Ew.
You gonna go pay for my truck?
No.
You better go pay for it. What you think, Ed?
Let's go pick it up.
We are not going to Concord to pick it up. All right, so they accepted our bid. I also have another vehicle down here that's business related, so y'all will see that in this video. But there's our total on our LTZ Duramax. So I'm very glad now that I held out last week and that I did not bid what I bid on the other Duramax, and that, you know, this morning I held out on the other Duramax also. Bid amount, as y'all seen, was $5,375. Buyer fee, service fee, internet fee. Internet fee used to be like $50. Like, it was definitely went up. Premium vehicle report fee. So this is some bullcrap. I did not even pull the premium vehicle report. I guess it's available if you want it, but they charged me $10 for a premium vehicle report fee, and I didn't even get a vehicle premium report fee because I don't need it. I'm not that picky when it comes to my vehicles. But so there's what we paid out the door, $6,188. We're gonna have to get it transported. She's gonna go ahead and get it paid for today, even though she said she's not. She's actually on the way to pay for everything right now, both of these vehicles. Heading over to the paint store to pick some paint up for another vehicle. But yeah, I think that hopefully this is gonna be a decent move. I think that the book value should be a little higher. So this truck has 260 on it. That one has 278, I think it was. So I'm thinking that the book value might be a little higher on the Duramax. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not really a Duramax fan of them. Comment below right now what was the best years around that. I know the newer stuff. I watch a lot of Murdernova's stuff on YouTube, and I know he's a big Duramax fan, which he actually just switched to Super Duty. But I know that I need to look back. They were talking about certain years are like the best ones, and I swear it was like 07, 08, or maybe 11, 12, somewhere in there. But comment below if you know which years were the better ones, or how you feel about the 07 ones. No, the key being present, but it won't crank, kind of worries me, but not too bad, because again, if the batteries are just so dead that the auction can't crank it, then I've literally had that happen. If not, thank God I have a diesel mechanic next door. But hopefully it works out. Hopefully we get it in, get it some batteries, some life in them, and hopefully it fires up. Hopefully it just needs a fender and a door, one door, body work the back door, body work the bedside, and put wheels and tires on it. That would be amazing. So fortunately, again, I'm in it for a good enough price that if there's no hidden surprises, we can go find some factory 20s off of like an LTZ, and then order some brand new 37-inch mud tires and set this thing up right and go ahead and get this truck up for sale. So I won't put this truck for sale until that one comes in and I know that it's going to run and drive, and then I'll go ahead and immediately list this one for sale. So somebody's going to get a good truck on this F-250, because I've been driving it, making sure everything's right on it and it doesn't have any issues. It's just not for me. So the Duramax being a little newer, the interior comforts are a little more what I like, and the XM radio being there, factory radio. You know I'm getting old because I love my factory radios. But you know, I'll be able to throw the XM radio right on it and not have to deal with no aftermarket radio. So clean it up and make it my own. Definitely gonna try to get rid of some of that red. So we'll probably paint the roof black, maybe black the pillars out between the windows, just to try to cut down on some of that red, because I'm not a huge red fan. But we might end up going ahead and like color matching some stuff on the front of it. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what we got first. So I'm gonna wrap this video up. That was for today. We finally got one, y'all. Thanks for hanging in there. Thanks for watching every video, and hopefully you see now, out of all the ones I bid on, the reason why I did not go what I went on that one, because I knew that if you work hard and you know you put in the time and you put in the hours and you continuously chase, hunt them down. You know, I actually found this one last night working on Sunday night. So working Sunday night, I found this Duramax. You know, if you put in the time and the work, that you know, you can get one. You just got to stick at it. And I've been doing, it's not like I didn't think I could, because I've been literally doing this for 8 years. So here comes another build series, the red Duramax. Let's hope there's no issues, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Appreciate it, y'all.